Okay. Try not to touch the phone again. Alright. Get my pencil sharpened up here. And I bumped the phone. I'm sorry to no one because I don't think anybody's watching yet. I'm just going to get set up here. And I don't know if I should apologize for the scratchies or say you're welcome, but if anybody is hearing the scratchies, that is because I am using a sandpaper pad to sharpen the very tip of my graphite. It just makes it a little smoother to draw with, and I don't lose as much pencil, because when you sharpen the wood away, you are also getting rid of a lot of your pencil lead at the same time. Okay, so we have nobody watching yet, but when somebody shows up, I'm sure they will let me know. Hello, J. Crow! Oh, I see you. Alright, so I got my pencil, I got everything set up. My camera is a little bit shaky because I need to order a new stand for my phone, because this gooseneck is very wobbly, but we'll see how we do. This is the doodle that I have been working on. I've just been adding to it to try and make it look a little like something, I guess. And so this is what I've been drawing today. I do have another drawing I've been working on, but it is for like a request that somebody made. I would like to do it on stream if nobody has any objections to that. I do have a Pokemon I've been drawing, but otherwise we will continue with the doodle. How's it going today? Can you hear me all right? Just let me know what the levels are like. Because I'm... Alright, thank you. Are you watching your niece? Yeah, I helped watch my nephew yesterday. Kids can be fun. Sometimes they're challenging. We got a little bit of rain here today. A little gray, a little somber. I got a weird edge on this pencil, so I'm just gonna sharpen it up a little bit better. There. And yes, I realize this is for tablet drawing, really, this glove, but I like it on the paper. It stops me from smudging all over the place. Because you don't really want to be smudging all over the place. I mean, sometimes you do, but I don't right now. Okay, this pencil is very much different than the other one. Where's the other one I was using? This is a... Oh, there's my pencil. I picked up the wrong pencil. Oh my. I was wondering why it was drawing differently. I was using a 5H. And I don't want to be using a 5H on this. Sunshine. 80 degrees. Oh, that's nice. Nice and warm. Glad winter's gone. Me too. Oh, glad to see it gone. If I could have my way, we'd have spring and fall just all year round. No summer, no winter. Summer's too hot, winter's too cold. At least the benefit to winter is that if you get cold, you can put more clothes on. Summer, you take too many clothes off and you get arrested. So, there's that. Alright. Put some little swirls in here. Yeah, I wasn't really sure if I'd get to it today after yesterday and everything, but I'm glad I was able to get set up and get this working. I'm sorry again for the wobbling. Every time I touch the table, the camera wobbles. And it doesn't help I have cords everywhere just to get this to work. Like, in order to run everything, because some things have extremely short cords, in order to get, like, my light has a really short cord on it. In order to get it plugged in, and my phone, and the mics, and the I had to plug everything into a battery bank and plug it to the wall so it's charging and discharging at the same time, which probably isn't safe. But I will, I'll get something more permanent set up eventually. Something a little easier to use anyway. I don't mean permanent, but like better. But yeah, you want to see me draw something else, we can draw something else. I'm just not very good at people at all, but I can do lots of other things. As long as it doesn't require me to have a reference on hand, because I'm using my phone. And I don't think I can look at a reference and stream at the same time. But I think we're coming along good with this. Not really looking like too much of anything yet, but it's lots of different shapes. So how was your weekend? My weekend was pretty boring. Helping your brother work on his truck. Oh yeah. That sounds like fun. If you like mechanic work anyway. I used to love it. And unfortunately, being a woman, most of the men that I would try to help do mechanic work, they'd be like, "You're a woman, you can't do that." And so I didn't get to do it as much as I would like. Yeah, I really need a better stand for this camera. It's like I breathe. Or my phone. I breathe, my phone wobbles. I'm sorry if I'm making you dizzy. I'm not doing it on purpose, I swear. It's just a combination of this table and that stand. Makes it all wobble, wobble, wobble. I did have it set up before, and I thought I had everything left in the position that I wanted it in, and then I went back to use it today, and things had moved. So hanging out with your brother, yeah, that's always a good time when you get to hang out with the family that you like being with. You know, sometimes you don't always like every member of your family, but when you find one you like, you know, it's great to spend time with them. I'm not really good at carpentry work myself. I think I'd like it, but I'm also afraid to try because I have so many other projects going on. Just like I always wanted to learn how to weld and do like metal art, but I've got the drawing, and I've got all of the stuff I bought for paper crafts. I've got Like, I got rid of so many art supplies because I just never used them again after I bought them. I'm like, I'm going to do this, and then I never do. And it just now occurs to me that I forgot to, like, before I started streaming, share the link out so that if anybody was lurking, they could come watch, but it's okay. Get some testing done today, and probably won't be, like, super long. Today, just trying to make sure I can get it to record. Because if I can do that and then put it on YouTube, then what I can do is make sure that people who want to watch who don't have Twitch, they're able to find me on YouTube and watch it afterwards. Like, yeah. Alright, a couple more big swishies. Swishy, swishy. Alright. I think I'm going to switch it up. I am going to work on the Pokemon that I was working on instead of this Doodle right now. And yes, there are markers, imprints all over my easel because I color with Sharpie, and so that's a thing. Alright. So this is the Pokemon I'm working on right now. She is a combination of a couple different things. Mostly Lopunny and Scorbunny. I had a request for that. And his feet, her feet, are from Reboot, which is this Scorbunny evolution. And then I got some detailing in from the next evolution up. I forget the name of it, but there you go. And like, this part is from that, which I thought made a cool little extra piece to the butterfly that Lopunny has on her head. I made her head more Scorbunny shaped and then angled the chin, but it looked weird with her little face, so I had to put the Scorbunny face on it. And I don't know quite if I like it yet. I think I'm going to put a little more furry spots around the edges of the ears. Like, because that's what these are. These are her ears. And they're like tied up, I guess. Because this is actually the, of Lopunny, this is the Mega Evolution form of the ears. Whereas normally she just has her ears loose. This one kind of reminds me of like braids or... So I'm going to put some extra little bits around the edges to make it look a little more like fur. I think that's going to help a lot, I think. Because how do you know they're ears and not just her hair? Well, there's this spot up here, yes. Ears come out and stuff, but maybe this was just extra long hair that came off the tips of the ears. And so there we go. And make sure I get some of this extra stuff in here. Last ones you were really into is Gen 3. Yeah, I did a test the other day, like yesterday, online, that was like, can you list the Pokemon? And I was going through it, and after a while I realized I don't know any more Pokemon, and so right off the top of my head, and I went and I looked, and because I was only at like maybe 100. And I went and I looked, and on Bulbapedia, and was looking at the names, and I was like, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter all of the ones into this test that I know that I know those Pokemon, and see how many I actually have heard of, you know? And I think it came out to like, I knew all of Gen 1 and Gen 2, most of Gen 3, and then from there on it was like, got less and less and less. I think I knew 2 of the newest ones, and I was like, wow. That's crazy. There are too many Pokemon. And I don't even know if that had all of them, but it said there were 1,058. 1,000. There were 151 in the first game, and we thought that was a lot. And now there's over 1,000. Like, so many to keep up with. Yeah, there is. There's way too many. Like, I had... The only reason I even knew what the Score Bunny was is because it's in Pokemon Go. I caught one. There was like this whole community event. Oh, geez, my camera is going into my ring light there. There we go. So I caught one in the Pokemon Go. And then somebody's like, oh, well, we were talking about it, and I was like, they had a community event in Pokemon Go for Score Bunny, because they said, oh, Score Bunny's my favorite. And I said about the community event, and they're like, oh, man, I'm sad that I missed it. And then I told them I do Pokemon mashups for drawing, and they're like, oh, draw me a Score Bunny and a Lopunny combined. And I'm like, what in the heck is Lopunny? I had to go and look it up. I had never heard of the thing. And I'm like, they're getting way too, like, the number of people just gooning to Lopunny. Like, insanity. Like, why do you do this, people? They're animals. Like, you keep them as pets in the game, and you're out here being like, oh, I want her to be my girlfriend. Like, please stop. Okay, so as much as these look like socks, they're apparently not socks, but part of her. Even though in her evolution, they apparently become ripped stockings, which, how does that work? This ring light is pissing me off, I'll tell you that. There. But, alright, I'm going to give her some little tufties on her elbows. The world's weird. People gooning to Pokemon. Yes, yes. I was looking up some of the, like, newer Pokemons. There's one called Pheromosa. It's a bug Pokemon, but straight up looks like a woman. And I was telling him the same person about that, and they were like, I've never heard of that Pokemon, let me go look it up. And they looked at it and they were like, and I'm like, oh god. Like, why did I say anything? Alright, I think this is looking pretty good. I put some, I don't like how one goes under the other here. I wasn't sure how to split it up because I wanted it split up, but at the same time, the actual Pokemon artwork has it as one thing, and I'm like, girl, is that a muff? Like one of those mufflers that you put both your hands in? And if so, why are your fingertips sticking out? And if it's not one of those, why is it one piece? Are your hands permanently stuck together? I looked at some of the other artwork, and her hands are not stuck together. She sometimes has them at her side and stuff, and those puffs are two separate things. So why did they draw them as one? I have no idea. So, alright. Now, I don't know, I think that looks decent. Decent. I might make this just a little bit furrier. Because these are supposed to be part of his fur sticking out of his face, I guess. Or her face, I guess, now. It's funny how some of the Pokemon just have so obvious, you're like, that one's male, that one's female, and then you go and you look it up and there's male and female of this one, and it's like, what? It's like, there are male Chanseys. Like, what? No sense to me. Alright, we're going to get our technical pen, and we're going to ink that so that I can erase the pencil marks. And if you have never drawn before and you really want to get into trying to draw, these things here, archival ink, technical pens. This one is 0.25 because this is the smallest one I have. These, when you draw in your lines on the paper with this, it makes you able to erase the lines without smudging the marker. Because the technical pen is basically a slightly less permanent marker. So if I were to ink this in with a Sharpie and then erase the line work, the pencils, the Sharpie smudges just everywhere all over the page, and it gets in my eraser, and I don't like it. But this part here, or this pen, sorry, it works pretty good. And the way I have this set up basically is the phone is between my face and the paper, and so I have to peek around the side to see what I'm doing. So if I suddenly get louder, it's because I'm closer to the microphone now, because I have it clipped to the stand rather than clipped to me. Yeah, you can see this technical pen works great. I actually got these on Temu, and I got like 20 of them for, I think it was like $5. So it was a very good price, and they were all different sizes, and I really like it. But you can, if you don't use Temu, they do have them on Amazon. They're just a little bit more money. And yeah, I really like the technical pens. I've heard that they use them for Dungeons and Dragons too, the technical pens. So you can get the isomorphic graphing paper and do your mapping and stuff with the technical pens. Find a setup you like eventually. Just take some time to figure out what works for you. Yeah, and it's time, it's practice, it's trial and error, and a lot of like, oh well, I want to do this, how do I do it? So like, I would like for my phone to not shake when I have it set up. Gooseneck was apparently not the best choice, but it was only $9, and that is why I got it, because it was cheap and I wanted to get it done right. I wanted to start right away, and I figured that's a good starting point. Buy something cheap. If I don't like it, I'm out a lot of money, I will go from there. So yeah, I definitely need, they had a slightly more expensive one that has, it has a light built into it, and it holds your phone, and it stands on the floor. And I think I'm going to like that. I might go with that, because This is not actually where I normally draw. I normally put my easel folded up into my lap, and I draw in my lap. And so having a floor stand type setup, I think would work better because I'd be more comfortable as I'd be doing it how I normally do. Okay, so and some of these lines aren't, like, I'm not going over perfectly the spot where I put them, but I do that on purpose because sometimes when I go to put the ink in, I don't exactly like where it was placed, and then sometimes it's just like, oh, well, I'll just let the pen do what it wants, and if it wants to go there, well, it'll still look good. Now, this part here comes straight down like that. It is the weird combination for putting a leg onto a body I've ever seen, but this is the way it is. It's drawn as the official Pokemon, so that is what we're doing. And then when I erase it, I probably won't have this dark patch in there. So when I go to color it, I gotta remember that that is her body. And her little itty bitty fingers. Doo doo doo. She looks like she's giving me the finger. Oh, I'm sorry, what did I do to you? I made you a monstrosity? How dare you? How dare I? How dare I make you into a monstrosity? That's just, it was rude of me. It kind of does look like that, yeah. She's like, yeah, you suck. I do suck. So it's okay, little punny. I completely agree with you. Well, hello, Jason. How are you today? You made it, found me. I forgot to share it out because I'm being weird today. You think when I pen it in, I should color this in with the or just leave it out? Message George, tell him to get in here. Yes, get George here. I'm debating. Like, I was thinking maybe I won't color it in, but now I'm thinking if I don't color it in, do I have to, like, I have to have that colored a certain way? Okay, I'm going to need to set mods or something in this. Let's see, how do I do that? Oh, jeez. Hopefully you can't hear the background here. Oh, that's right, I'm wearing headphones. How would you hear it? Okay, so... chat. Let's see. How do I set moderators in this? I don't know, but I can ban you. There you go. And delete that. There we go. Alright, if anybody knows how to set moderators, tell me how to set moderators and I'll do that. But for right now, at least we got rid of that. So you don't have to be subjected to it. But yeah, I don't know if I should color that part in or leave it the way it is. If I should color it in the same as this color, if I should put the technical pen to it and then color the other color over it and hope it goes darker. She's going to start getting awkward angles for me to finish the carving. I started today and halfway on another. Oh, nice. Nice. There's a good job. This is probably down below here. Alright. Did you put it in Discord? Or do you just have it on your site there? Wood from an old CD case. Veneered MDF. Quick to carve. Yeah, this sounds like it would be. Yeah. Old CD case. They had CD case. You mean like a CD storage holder or one of those CD boxes? Because when I buy a CD from a store, I don't remember them ever being in wood. Salmon jumping in water with his name under. I remember you saying something about that. That's awesome, man. A CD holder thing, yeah. Okay. I thought that might be the case. Because, I was going to say, CD cases, I remember them being in plastic. I haven't bought a CD in years, but still. I didn't think they sold those in wood. I don't even think they ever did vinyl in wood, did they? I don't know if you're in George's Discord. I see. Well, let's see if it kills my... If it doesn't... this kills the stream, then I will be right back. If not, then hopefully I will be able to do this. Oh, my light's in the wrong place again. I'll fix that in a minute. Discord. And hopefully I am not lagging a whole bunch while I do this. That is the wrong Discord server. Alright. Now... copy link. And stream manager. I really need to get a second phone for this. I need to why when I was in the Discord did I not send a thing in the Discord? Because I'm an idiot. Okay, so there is that. And hopefully it works for you. That is George's Discord. I'm pretty sure I got the right one anyway. Oh, why am I picking up pencils? I don't need the pencils. I need this technical pen back. But I do want you guys to give me an opinion. Do you think it would be better colored in here or left to be the same color as the rest of her body? Also, I'm sorry for the weird angles. It is how I draw. I am a weirdo. It is especially also how I ink things. So, alright. And I also don't know if I should put a gap in the teeth or just leave them the way that they drew them for Score Bunny or not. Oh, you're welcome, Jason. Alright. Color the same as her body? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I don't think it would look good shaded, but the only reason I was thinking that for a split second was like, do I really want to try to put fur in there? And then I'm thinking, no, it doesn't need fur in there. It's part of the body. You don't see that. It's nice, slick fur. Alright. Yes, especially when I ink things, I will go upside down, sideways, just whatever angle is easier for me to get at it and still be able to see the line that I'm drawing. How some people can do the whole, you know, drawing from it being one position the entire drawing. It's like, I don't, kudos to them, because I can't do that. Alright. So now, and again, I apologize for it shaking everywhere. It's just, right now, every time I touch my table, it shakes. Someone asked me to carve their business name and fill it with black resin. Black resin. Now, I don't know a whole lot about resin, but from the things I've seen about it, isn't black the hardest one to do? Like, to get it to look good and to get it to actually set properly? Like, I've seen a lot of people do those, like, what they call living tables or whatever, and it just seems to me somebody said that black was harder to work with. Just add the color drops to the stuff you use. Yeah, but it seems to me that somebody said that the black was harder to achieve properly or something. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking of something else. But, oh, I get a little line there. And I like how one of them had like this, I'm going to color it in right now actually, had this like eyeshadow flare design on one of the Pokemon. It was like the highest evolution of Score Bunny, who totally looks like it's a boy, wearing pants, and he's like fighting, and he's got hella winged eyelash eyeshadow. Like, I'm like, I'm here for that. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying really hard not to bump the table every time I move, and it is not working very well. If I'm making you dizzy, I apologize. I will try to do this better. Lurk for a few, go take trash out. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. This is, it's better than me sitting here talking to myself. Should have posted you were live in the promo bit on the Discord. Yeah, I thought about that after I started it, and then I was like, oh, I don't know if it's going to crash me or not. And then I went to go get you the link, and I was like, why didn't I post while I was there? And I was like, because I'm an idiot. I'm just like, ah. And now it's like I'm just so focused and I want to get this done that I'm like, do I want to go do that? whole world shakes. Hey, George. How you doing today, buddy? Oh, I'm not doing too bad. I just had my dinner, which was also my breakfast. I had some pancakes, maple syrup, and then I figured I'm going to do this. I think I got these going the right direction yet. Okay. I was like, wait a minute, should these be going the other way? And then I was like, nope, I got it right, I'm good. I was looking at prices of things and just gave myself a heart attack. Like, geez, the amount that a car goes for, it would take me a year to save for it. The amount that a laptop or a computer goes for, it's just insane. Probably going to end up just saving the money aside and be like, well, when I get work, at least I'll have the money. Yes, remember to post my live in the self promo. Yeah, next time. I had to remember to do that. I dropped my pen cap. So, oh, why? I'm trying to remember. Oh, hit the thing. Trying to remember. Oh, that's cool. They fit together. If I did this, or if this was on the Pokemon thing. I think I did this, but I'm going to do it anyway to make it look a little more like her feet are not her legs. They bend. I think I got all the lines I want inked in. I think. So now we're going to erase all of the pencil lines, which is going to be a heck of a lot of me doing scritchies. It takes me a minute to do, so apologies for the bounciness. I think at this point it's unavoidable. The table shakes. I appreciate it, George. Sharing the link there. Thank you. And I think roughly this time is when I'm going to stream on any time. Like I started 44 minutes ago. So roughly that time is when I'm going to stream when I do stream. It'll only be weekdays. Tomorrow I will not be streaming. We got stuff going on at the house. But possibly Thursday. So if you want me to draw you a specific mashup of creatures or things or Pokemon, let me know in advance and I'll see what I can do. Maybe I can draw it on stream if I get the right stuff in advance, the right, what do you call it? I'm having a brain fart now. It's always when you need to think you can't think. I don't know why it's shaking so much. I don't like it. But references. If I can get references lined up ahead of time, then I should be able to draw it on stream. Otherwise, it may have to wait, or it may end up looking really weird. We'll see. One way or the other, we'll get something done. And I have seen other people doing drawing streams where they like get the people to say things in chat like, oh, do this, do that. Or one guy, he has a wheel, he adds everybody in his chat to the wheel and spins it, and he gives them 3 words and he'll draw that. And I'm like, I don't feel comfortable enough to be at that point to be able to do that. But if you want to see something, tell me in advance, and I'll see what I can do. I think that is all of the pen scritchies. Pencil. Now, the tedious part is I have to go back over the technical. Posted the couple I finished yesterday today in the Discord. Have to remember to use it. Bad for not using Discord yet. Well, I think we've established I'm bad for not using Discord. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at them after. The next step is because this, the technical pen, you can see it went a little lighter when I erased the pencil, but it's still there and it didn't smudge, and so that's why I like the technical pencil as opposed to going right in with Sharpie. But now that we've erased all the pencil markers out and we never have to erase anything on this again, I can go back over the technical pencil with a black Sharpie if I wanted to, or I can color it from this point. Don't even check your Discord. Sometimes you have messages from months past. Well, I have mine on to give me notifications, but most of the time I dismiss them. Because it's like I'm busy doing something, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't really need to look at that right now. And, yeah, I think with this one, though, where I want her to look gentler, I'm not going to go over the black with the Sharpie. I'm just going to color it. And today, because she is specially colored, we're going to use my new pens. I do have Sharpies, so we're going to have a combination, actually. So I have these Statler in those colors. I also have every color of Sharpie you can think of, pretty much, except for the brown. I don't have the brown. I have the light brown, not the regular brown. I don't know why. I didn't get a brown. But I don't have brown. But yeah, I'm going to get my Sharpies out here and we'll take a look and see. Because I need like a pink, because I'm going to do her in the shiny colors. Now, if you don't know Lopunny, she is an evolution of another Pokemon, I think. Like I said, I at the beginning of the stream, I have no idea what half of these Pokemon are half the time, but I do look them up, and it's like what would go best and what would fit. And sometimes what I do is I'll go on to like the Pokedex website, and I'll just be like, surprise me, because that's an option. You can go onto the Pokedex website and it'll surprise you with a certain number of Pokemon. Just at random, it'll show you those random Pokemon. So I go to surprise me, and I don't care how many it's set at. I just take the top 2. In the rare event that those 2 are evolutions of each other, or just in no way would ever fit. One sec, putting you on PC. Yeah. At one point I had a message saying Merry Christmas from the previous year. Yeah, well, I uninstalled Discord because I was moving some stuff around on a phone. I forgot to reinstall it. got a completely different phone, never got Discord again. And so when I set Discord up specifically to chat with people that I follow streaming and stuff, I had messages from people from like 6 years ago. And they were like, where are you? But yeah, so every Sharpie color imaginable. Pretty much. These ones too. These ones I'll probably use. And then these ones. So, Score Bunny also needs the red and the reddish orange and the yellow and maybe this orange. So I'm going to pick out some colors and we're going to look at them and we're going to go, do I want that one? Alright, so now I put away the colors that I definitely don't think I'm going to use. Okay, I don't think I'm going to use that one. Alright, so yellow, that orange, because this orange is too close to the red, but at the same time, yeah, okay. So I got the colors I'm going to use. So I'm going to test these two because I'm not sure which one of these I want to use. So I need to find another piece of paper that I don't care about ruining. Alright, so. Oh, PSA. This stuff right here is not good for drawing with Sharpies. It's not good. I guess it colors with Sharpies okay. Don't draw on it with pencil. It's pretty much impossible to erase pencil off of this page. And so we're going to test. I'm going to see what these colors look like. That way I know which one I want to use. Because if you don't know anything about Pokemon, or the newer Pokemon at least, actually that's not bad. But I need a lighter brown. I don't think that brown really looks brown. But anyway, Lopunny is a brownish, ooh, yes, this pink. Brownish color, and her shiny evolution has pink, this pink. Whereas Score Bunny is white, and he has bits of red, yellow, and orange in him. And so we are going to not use these ones. Might use that for his nose. So now we need to pick out, I want a lighter brown. So I'm going to try one of my new ones, and we're going to see what those look like. Oh, but is that too dark? I don't think the orange person likes those Sharpies as the pink ones. The thick ones likes the thick ones. Well, I like the Sharpie pens because they're easy for coloring, and you can actually, they do dry to one level basically, but if you go back over them, you can darken them up. And so unlike coloring with a regular marker where every swipe, if you touch the other one, suddenly you have a dark strip, Sharpies don't do that. So, and you can get into the tiny little crevices, and so I think this might be a little dark though. So we're going to see if I have a lighter one. If not, we might have to do her that color, or else find some colored pencils. I do have colored pencils somewhere, but I prefer the markers. Oh, that's yellow. We don't want that yellow. So I think she's going to go... Question is, do we want it this brown? Because this is more of a purple. So I think this brown is what I'm going to go with. She's going to be a little darker than the original, but that, I think it works. So, and these markers, the Stettler ones, they have a thick end, nice and thick. Or we got the thin end, and the color is only in that little black tip there. And so that is the tip we're using, is the little tip. Just the tip. And so this part here is body. Yeah, it's a little dark, but I think once we get the other stuff in and it dries, it might look okay. So like I said, I don't really have any browns. I don't know why they don't make enough permanent marker artist markers in browns. It's all alcohol markers. I'm not a fan of alcohol markers. Because the alcohol markers, while they can be blended and stuff, they're very hard to store. They're very expensive. Like, I think when I bought my Sharpies, I bought them for roughly about $2 a pen, sometimes $1, at Staples. And they were actually pretty decent. Pretty decent. Priced, whereas alcohol markers can be $10 a pen, and I'm like, that's too much for a single marker. And I just realized that I forgot. No, okay. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is this there. So I forgot that part is actually supposed to be part that's from the Score Bunny evolution. And so this part gets to be brown because this is the peekaboo. And this part gets to be brown. And that part's going to be blue. I need blue. I forgot to pick out blue. Oh, we'll do that afterwards, after we get the rest of this bit colored. And for whatever reason in the actual Pokemon thing, her neck is black. I'm not doing it black, because, come on. That's just weird. Why would only her neck be black? Now, the only problem with using this dark brown is going to be the head, the face-like, but I think if I just do the edges of the ears and these parts in the dark, and then maybe leave the rest of it a lighter color, a different color, or even the white, leave it white, since Score Bunny's face is actually white, that might work. So I'm just going to do some hatching bits to make it look like it's blended, even when it's not, like it's different hairs coming off her face. Welcome back, George. Yeah, these markers weren't that expensive, these Stettler ones, but I prefer my Sharpies. But the only reason I bought them is for the browns, because like I said, I don't have browns in the Sharpie, and just to buy a brown Sharpie is expensive right now, and I can't get to Staples, but we're at just about an hour, and so... But I'm going to try to get this colored, and then probably when it's done being colored, I'll call it, because I do be doing other things. And I want to take some time and see if I can't, if I got the save mechanism set up right, if I can't transfer the file to YouTube. Okay, what do you think? Do you think that's going to look weird if I leave the face white, or should it be? I think it'll look too weird if the face is all that dark. But these markers, I don't feel like they're going to blend well. So that is the problem. Scritchy scritch. Can you hear the scritchies when I'm coloring or drawing? I know my camera bounces a lot, but do you hear the scritching? I'm curious, like if I wanted to do like, some people like to watch drawing for ASMR, not so much for the talking. And so if I did like a separate ASMR stream someday, like one day a week or something, am I going to have to move the mic to a different spot? Do people like the scritching sound? Do people not like the scritching sound? Can you even hear it at all? I don't know. The light is really hitting off that brown, making it look weird, but it does not look like that to my eyes. All this shiny bit, I don't see that. And again, I'm sorry, it's bouncing everywhere. This particular phone stand is not the best purchase I've ever made. Did I lose you guys, or are you still all just lurking? Nobody's talking. Am I that? I don't know what to call it. Enigmatic? Enthralling? The scritchies are that enthralling, you just don't feel the need to talk anymore? I'm back, it looks good. Oh, thank you, J. Crow. I think she's a little dark, but we're going to go with it. The only thing I have is am I going to leave her face white? I think I might, because Score Bunny's face is white. I might just want to put something else, like in the forehead. We'll see, because in the original Score Bunny, this patch here is quite thicker. So I might put another couple of patches up it so that it just keeps that continuity going. And gives a little bit more color in her face so it doesn't look as weird. Okay, well, so Low Punny is brown and beige. Her shiny form is brown and pink, and so that's what I'm doing. This part is going to be pink. This part is going to be like, I think a yellow, light yellow. This part is a yellow, I think. And then this part are blue. This again, pink. This is red. And then in here we got some pinks going on. Score Bunny has red on his toes, and I'm probably going to do her fingers the same color. He's got orange in... Actually, this might be... This is blue, and then this is like a orange, blue? No, orange and blue, I think. So it's like, I haven't picked out my blue yet, but this is the pink we're going to go with. And then I've got my red and my orange and my yellow that are for Score Bunny, because he's white with red and orange and yellow in him. And then I have the pink for the nose and the tongue. And then I've got, let's see here, I have this shade for inside the mouth. Hi, Mystique! How are you today? We're just chilling here, coloring some Pokemon. I can't for the life of me remember which parts of Score Bunny are red and which are orange, but we're going to get it done. A sweet color combo? I sure hope so. Because when I was trying to combine, like, the request was just for Score Bunny and Lopunny, but when I was trying to combine them, I'm like, Score Bunny's pretty simple. And Lopunny is more of like the fully evolved form, and so I took a little bit of stuff from Score Bunny's evolutions as well to put into this drawing. And so hopefully that makes it bring it together a little bit more, makes it more not so, oh, it's just Lopunny with a different face. Because really that's all it would have been. And feet. Lopunny with a different face and some actual toes. Because Lopunny has no feet. Isn't that a weird thing? Her legs just come down, and like the original Lopunny drawing, they come down here and then just end no feet. Weirdest Pokemon I've seen. Like, I get it if it's like a bug or something and like it comes down and that's technically their feet, but it's a bunny with no feet. How does it go anywhere? It's just weird to me. And once again, I know we're doing the upside down and turning sideways, but that is my process. And when I get it finished, I'll show you it's all straight up. I got him just walking on nubs for feet. Yeah, nubs for feet, yep. Well, they don't have any toes, that's for sure. If you have nubs for feet, you don't have toes. Who needs toes if your feet are nubs? Just because this is my first time using this particular type of marker, I'm trying to go just in the direction I want the fur going in case it does leave behind any strips and stripes and whatever you want to call them. Because I know I can do it with the Sharpie and not have all that many stripes, but at least with this one, if I go, ooh, I went out of focus. How did that happen? There we go. My light got in the way again. Holy man. There. But at least if we got the stripities going the same direction the fur would be going, if there are any stripes in the fur. So. And when I'm done, I'll show you all upside right. And after stream, I'll be taking a picture of it for the person who requested it. Yeah. And so, if you're just joining in, I don't know who all else joined, if anybody, instead of just Mystique, but I won't be streaming tomorrow, but possibly Thursday around the same time. We've been going an hour and 10 minutes, so about an hour before whatever time it is now. And on Thursday. And if you would like to make any requests of what you want to see me draw on Thursday, I can get references in advance, and then I can draw something for you. Just no people. I don't do people. I am very bad at people. And the less realistic, the better, ideally. So, if you ask me for a dinosaur, it is going to be a cartoon. It's going to be frickin' Dino from the Flintstones or something. I'm not sitting here all day doing scales and making it look realistic. Those types of drawings take days. And I don't think any of you have the attention span for that. I know I don't. But yeah, this I doodled last night. And just came in and did some finishing touches today. And now we're coloring it. I was working on a doodle earlier. And yeah. Okay. So here's what we have so far. I put my brown away. Okay, I think I'm going to get the nose part out of the way right now. I'm just going to figure out which of these pinks was darker again. That way I know which one's going where. Yeah, okay. So, this one is going to be the inside of the mouth. And when I did her teeth, Score Bunny's teeth, it's just one big tooth, I think, because that's what it looks like in the artworks. But, so I did it that way. I wasn't sure if I should have it that way, if I should have put a gap in the teeth, like to make it look like multiple teeth. But this is what I went with. Oh, that's looking nice. Okay, so now we've got to get that pink in there. Now, get the pink in here. It is a bit dark, but I like it. I think it's going to all match pretty good. Because if I recall, the blue that they used in, it's not Score Bunny, the next one's Reboot. I don't know offhand what the name of the third one is, the evolution, but the blue in him is a deep, like a navy almost, I think. Or is it a bright? But it's a dark blue. So I think all of these dark colors will complement the dark blue. And then orange and yellow in the face is going to complement the white part and make it look lighter. We'll get it all colored first, and then we'll see if we want to add more of those little patches to the face, because I don't know if I will yet or not. Okay, I think I'm going to do this shirt pink. I say it's a shirt. It's not really a shirt. It's like part of her body, I guess. Because Pokemon always look like they're like wearing clothes or something, but they're not. But if they didn't, there'd be a lot more people gooning the Pokemon. Okay, so now... yeah, I think I'm going to do this pink too. So it's not going to be the same colors across what it was for the reference Pokemon, but I like this because then the shorts and the top that I made, they match the stockings. Okay. And we're going to go back in with that other pink. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. Had the wrong one for a minute. Make sure it is the right one. Doodle-doo-doo. Yeah. Okay, and now get this other pink in here. I don't know if you can tell the difference in the pinks. There is a subtle difference in the shades of pink. But this was a little more challenging for me than some of the other Pokemon ones I've done recently, because some of the other ones I've done recently are Pokemon that I know, like Charmander and Bulbasaur, or they were simple, like Lampent. Lampent? I don't know how to pronounce that, but anyway, that one was easy. It's just a lamp with a big swishy ribbon for arms. But this one, not only did I not know what a Lopunny was, and had to look it up, because it is an evolved form, it is more complex, had more to it, and then to combine it with another Pokemon I didn't really know that well, it took me a minute to situate it in my head and go, okay, which parts am I going to use, and which parts am I not going to use, and because I had, like, this could have turned out all kinds of different ways. I could have just done a Scorbunny body with, like, her ears, and not these bound up ears from the Mega Evolution, but like the regular ears. There's all kinds of ways it could go. When you combine two things together, it's like one person might say, oh, can you draw me moose and it's a dinosaur. There's all kinds of ways you could do that, right? You could have, well, thank you, George. You could have just pick a dinosaur and put moose antlers on it. You could, you know, or you could take a moose and give it scales, make it a reptile. Like, there's all kinds of ways you can combine different things. And so even if you did this, say, one day, and then in a year from now you go and you get the same idea and you're like, oh, I could have done that different. I really wanted to use this part. Well, that works too. This is the longest part, I think, is coloring them when they're done, because then there's not as much thought put into it, because you've already decided when you started drawing which parts are going to be what color, really. I mean, yes, there's some like levels to it. Like this, I have 2 different shades of pink, and so I'm able to go, actually I have, like, you can see here, there's 2 more shades of pink in there, and plus I have a raspberry. Like, I've got 5 shades of pink, and not a single brown. Like, get your stuff together, Sharpie. They have 1 brown. I did see Sharpie released like skin colors recently, and so, but they're expensive. Like a set of, I think it was 12 skin colored Sharpies was like $40, and I'm like, I ain't doing that. Nope. Alright, so let me get these two bits here to do. And if my voice changes location, if you're listening in earbuds or anything, headphones, it's because my phone is hovering between me and the paper. And so to see the paper properly, I lean around it, around my phone. And so sometimes I'm over here on this side, looking on this side, and sometimes I'm over here. And I don't know I've never used this particular mic before, so I don't know how that sounds. If there's difference, if it's monotone, not monotone, mono, anyway, if it's mono sound, or if it's stereo, or if this mic is omnidirectional, unidirectional, I don't know. They're wireless and they were cheap. It is the 1st of April today. I got reminded last night, this coming weekend is Easter weekend. You all ready for Easter? Pink goes good with the black on the ears. Well, it's supposed to be brown, but thank you. Hopefully, when I take a picture of it, and I'll put, after the stream, when I take a picture of it, I'll put a copy in the Discord. And hopefully, 2 different Discords, actually. One in George's, and to put one in Stoops Discord. And say, hey, look what you all missed. Ain't that right, J. Crow? Everybody missed out. Missed out on me drawing stuff. Now this is the part where we start getting a little more creative license. Now, Score Bunny's toes are red, so that's what I'm going to do. And I think it matches the pink fairly well and looks pretty good with this model. And I'm going to do her fingers red as well. Her flipping everybody the bird. Alright, and then it's brown. I see it now. Sitting outside, sun glare made it hard to see. Yeah, I can see that. It is sunny out. In some places, I hear. It is not sunny out here. It is cloudy here. Okay, is this the right one? That's the light one. Okay. And then I want to put the other one over top of it. Because sometimes when you do that, Sharpies look better when you combine them. Okay, now this part here is going to be a really bright yellow. And when I was looking at the low punny, the regular low punny I think had a slightly different design, but the Mega Evolution had the butterfly, and I thought the butterfly looked good, and the highest evolution of Score Bunny had like this piece come down into a crown, and I thought, I'm going to combine those because that would look like a really interesting body for the butterfly, and then it looks even more like a butterfly. And so I think it looks good. I don't know what you all think. But yeah, Easter weekend's this weekend. I got reminded of that last night, and I was thinking, well, that means that stores are probably going to be closed Monday, but next Tuesday I'll be able to go to the store and get some cheap Easter candy, because it will all be on sale. I don't know, now that I'm an adult, that's I suppose even when I was a kid, that was one of my favorite parts of any holiday, was when the candy goes on sale afterwards. Does anybody else have like big plans for Easter, or are you spending it with your family? Are you in a country that celebrates something else, or do you not celebrate Easter at all? Like, I don't really anymore. When we were kids, it was fun. I know my brother does stuff for my niece and nephew. Like, you got kids, you do the holidays. And I get that. But I don't really holiday myself. Okay, so now, having a big gathering at your sister's for Easter, just like any other day to you. Yeah, it's any other day to me too. It's like, yeah, I could take it or leave it. Like, I understand why some people do it, but it's not me. Alright, now we need a blue. Let's get out my blues. And I'm not really mad at my new markers, but they are not Sharpies. Like you can tell, like, so if you look at this, you can tell the Sharpie blended right together. And it dried, and it's perfect. And then you look at like this, and you can see the marks in it. And so, like, I'm not mad at that, because I'm using it for something that, like fur, and fur would have those kinds of marks, right? And it makes it give it a little bit more depth, so I'm not mad at it, but I wouldn't be able to use it for anything that didn't have like that depth to it. Okay, you're more of a teal. And you're very light. Okay, I think we're going with our just basic blue Sharpie now. And we're going to get this trim part here. And now, what I think I'm going to do is, let's see here, a little bit more depth to this, and a little bit more of the colors from Score Bunny. So we're going to go like this, over top of the yellow there. And try to match the other side. It's not going to be perfect because I didn't have any marks for it, but does give it a fur-like contrast. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not mad at it. I just, it's not what I expected. Like, they say they're permanent pens. Sharpies are a little bit, I don't know, different. They color different. And one of these days people are going to say, oh, using a Sharpie will give you cancer or something, because it's always, everything gives you cancer. But I don't care. You will pry my Sharpies from my cold dead hands. Because these are really just, they're really good for what you want to do with markers. If you want to color with markers, as opposed to, like, you know, I mean, you use your regular markers and you get these big bands and you just end up with some spots that are really dark and some spots that are really light. And alright, I think that gives it a little bit more there. And what I'm going to do, we're just going to do that. And I'm not going to do the red and stuff on the bottom. I don't think it needs it. It's a small space. Okay. So, there. Now, do we think she needs another band? Because if you've ever seen Score Bunny, this band here goes like pretty much the entire length between his eyes. And so I don't know if I should do a second, maybe third one coming up just to give more there, or... And I'm not sure on what color we should do the eyes. Maybe a light blue. I do have light blues. I think Score Bunny's eyes are red. And I think Low Punny doesn't have irises. She just has pupils. I'm not 100% on that. So I could do this light blue or this light purple. I think those might look good for the eyes. But I don't know if I want another band up there, just to break the face up a little bit more. And then right now, I might want a little bit more brown on this edge, just because they're supposed to look like ears coming out of her head, not she's wearing a hat. That is the wrong size for her head. And right now, that's definitely what it looks like. There's too much white. Do a little dip like that and make it look like she got bangs. She just got a bad haircut, that's all. Yeah. And these markers too bleed a little bit, and the Sharpies don't. Can you tell I like Sharpies? Alright, I think I'm gonna go with the blue. Actually, no, purple, because we have, yeah. I'm gonna go with the light purple because we've got the pink and we've got the blue, and so we're gonna go get some purple in here. And it's just one more level to bring it together. There. And it's not really a purple, it's like a lavendery blue. So I think that works good. And I think I am going to put one more band up there. Angled slightly the other way. And that got a little thick in some edges, so I'm going to do the same thing to the other one just to give it a little bit of continuity. Because a mistake is only a mistake if you feel like it's a mistake, and I don't. I think it looks good. There. So now, if we take our lightest pink, and we're just going to do this and give her a little bit of blush. And I know she doesn't actually have blush, but I don't care. Creative license. It's my drawing, and if I want her to have a little blush, she'll have a little blush. Now, let's see here. Now we have a white gel pen, and we're going to put just a little dot in the pupil to make it look like there's a little bit of light, a little bit of light. And I think we're going to color the teeth just a little bit, make them pop a little different than the face. And now as much as I hated on alcohol markers earlier, I do own one, and that is this Color Factory colorless blender, because what I'm going to do, not with the chisel tip because that would be weird. I take this end, and I'm just going to color around and at first it's going to look very wet and go through the paper. But it should dry very well. But because this is Sharpie, and I am not wiping with this, I'm tapping it. If I wipe with it, it will tear the paper apart. So you know, if you've never used them, I'm just trying to get a little bit of the color out of the cheeks, and that's why we use the colorless blender to wet it first, and then we try to just tap it out. It's not working all that great today, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. See, like you can see the tip is getting a little darker. It won't focus, but anyway. So the edges up here, oh, it's blending the Statler's. Nice. So the Statler marker blends. So I'm going to get some lighter brown around the edges of the brown, which is going to be brilliant. And then once I get that done, I think we're done. And you got to be careful when you're using the blender too that you're not going back and forth and you're not going across the same patch too much, because depending on your quality of paper, and I'm just using copy paper, printer paper, it can tear your paper apart. There. She kind of looks like she has a clown face, but I'm not mad at it. So, there we are. There is our drawing for today. I don't know if I should call her a Scorpunny or a low bunny. We're going to put, oh, I got a little dot in my paper. So I'll put my initials in there, so watermarked. And we're going to put low punny. Score bunny. And in brackets, we're going to go plus Evo. So, there. Thank you, J. Crow. I think it turned out pretty good. So, I am going to be winding down stream now. I'm going to start packing up. And hopefully this saves properly so that I can put it on YouTube so that it will be there and you'll be able to say, hey, go watch this. I got shouted out in this art stream, randomness that only I watched. Okay, so three people actually really watched it. We had a fourth for a second and then she disappeared. But, so yeah, I'm going to gather up all my stuff after. Look forward to another one. Well, so do I, actually. So, like I said, there won't be one tomorrow, definitely. We got stuff going on at the house, but hoping Thursday. Thursday should be fun. And so, this, I will also, when I post a picture to the Discords, I will be putting also a link to the channel of the person who requested I draw this. His name on YouTube is Mellow Spider, and there is some numbers in it. So I'll get that exact link to his YouTube. He plays games on. He does just starting to do lives. He's a funny guy. Streams late at night, usually my time, so, and yeah, so we're gonna call it a day, and thank you for whoever showed up. I really appreciate it, and this is my first real stream. I did one test before this, which did not go well, but yeah, so thank you everybody, and I'll see you on the next one.